Hello and welcome to this edition of Telios How To. Today I'll be walking you through how to set up your custom domains, and if you happen to have a business plan, how to set up your claimable mailboxes. First things first, our plans. The custom domains functionality is only available to the ultimate and business plans. The difference between the two is number one in the amount of custom domains that you can go ahead and register, and the addition of claimable mailboxes. So for the business plan, you will have the ability to add claimable mailboxes. This is a best used for small businesses. If you're an IT administrator and you have to open up accounts for new employees, close them, or whatnot. The ultimate plan will allow you to create the custom domain, but will not give you the opportunity to do claimable mailboxes. I'm here in the email client. I'm going to go ahead and verify at what my plan is. So I go into plan and building, and you can see that I do have the business privacy plan. So let's go ahead and start creating our custom domain. So we'll go ahead and go into custom domains, and normally what I would do is I'd go ahead and add a custom domain. So I'm going to take it from scratch. I'm going to remove this domain, and I'm going to go ahead and re-add it. So hyperadelivery.com, you can see that it gives me a check, so it's out there. I'm going to go ahead and add the domain. Now, it doesn't know if I have ownership of that domain, so we got to go ahead and verify the ownership with our hosting site. So first things first is we're going to go to the ownership verification. It says it may take up to a day. It could take up to a day. It could take 5 minutes. I'll give you an idea of just how long this will take. I will not have the recording going for the 5 minutes it takes. I'll cut it and kind of give you a summary. But here you have some values that we need to go ahead and plug into our hosting site. So you'll see if I verify, nothing will happen. It doesn't have anything on the hosting site. So I have my information on DreamHost, and I'm right in hyperadelivery.com. I'm going to go ahead and edit my DNS records. So I'm going to go ahead and first add a record, and I'm going to make it a TXT. So the reason why I'm doing this is, like, if you notice, go back to ownership verification, it's a TXT at, and then this value. So let's go ahead and add that. We're going to say our host is ourselves. And then the value is this here. We make it very easy. You go ahead and copy and paste those values on there. So go ahead and add a record. And you'll see the record was added successfully. Now DreamHost, and I'm not sure how their sites do this, it's going to go ahead and submit those records. So this is going to be one of those steps where we sit back and wait. And I'll probably just go ahead and fast forward from here. So you'll notice that on DreamHost, it says it was done, but here it's still saying red. So this will happen every once in a while. So what I tend to do is I'll register it, go do something else, and check back every so often, make sure that it is unverified or active. And then just keep checking frequently, which is you'll see me do. I'll fast forward from here. Boom. And you'll see it took me, 2 minutes, 3 minutes for this to actually get verified. So you'll see that we have verified the ownership of this domain. But wait, we're not done yet. We need to do the DNS verification. So now you'll see that we're still green here. Or actually we're showing green here. We shouldn't be. I'll go ahead and do that. And it's probably showing from a previous registration that I've done, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to actually do the MX, because it won't actually reflect on DreamHost. We're going to do the same thing that we did for the ownership verification, except we're going to do it now for DNS. So we're going to take these values and do the exact same thing. So First one is MX. And this one tends to be a little bit more complicated on DreamHost, and complicated, that's like an overstatement. I'm just taking this value here, copying it, and I'm replacing this. And I'm saying I am not going to be checking my email at DreamHost. I'm going to be doing custom MX records. So there it is. And now I'm going to go back to Hyper-A. And you'll see that I have a MX record that matches what we have on the Telios app. So we're going to do this for each and every one of these. So let's go ahead and take this value. We're going to add a new record. It is a TXT. We're going to take the value here. Pretty simple. We're going to take this value, drop it here. We're going to add the record. You'll see it pop up. Doesn't hurt to do a really quick quality check to make sure they match, and they do. And we're just going to continue down the line. Let's go ahead and add another one. This is going to be a text. A little different for the host. And then the value. We'll add the record. And then we'll do a really quick verification. There it is, DKIM, text. I usually check the first line. Looking good, and then maybe the last few characters. All right, this seems to be matching. I'll drag down on the Telios app, and we've got one more to go ahead and add. So let's go ahead and add that record. And there you go. So now on DreamHost, I have DMARC, DKIM, at, and then our MX record. So we should be good to go. So now that we've got all these values here, I'm going to go ahead and let DreamHost do its thing. It's submitting the records, and the same thing that we did with the ownership verification, we're going to do this with the DNS verification. So you got to be patient. This could take 5 to 10 minutes. It could take upwards of a day. It really depends on your hosting site. But as long as you have these records in there, you registered them with your DNS, your custom domain should go ahead and get registered. So once again, we're going to go into Hyperdrive, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, we can see that the DNS has been refreshed. Everything is showing, well, not everything. A couple of them are. We'll do a really quick check. Looks good. Ownership verification, so we're good there. Let's see what we get here. We're still pending. We're verified. You can actually see some of the records are going through. That's our ownership. So you'll see, boom, very quickly. This did not waste any time. I've got all 4 verified. We are good to go. If I do a really quick refresh, you can see we are active and ready to rock and roll. So Hyper-A delivery is now set as a custom domain under this account. So what that means is that I can go ahead and create mailboxes for this. So because I am on a business plan, so let's verify again. We'll come over here. We're on the business privacy plan. So in this case, you would have, for example, like you would have hyperadelivery.com, and that would be the one custom domain that you can leverage. So you could be CROD, you could be person at hyperadelivery.com and use the Telios client. If you are a small business, or if you've got multiple mailboxes that you or folks that you work with or that are in your group that you want to go ahead and distribute mailboxes to, again, you got to be on the business plan. So we're going to go ahead and create that mailbox. And you'll notice it'll say sub account. So when you're on the ultimate plan, the only thing that you can do is the sub account option. So the business account will come in to play here. So we're going to create a business account in this case. And let's go ahead and create this for Griffin. Delivery. And we'll generate a random password for him. Store this off to the side. Don't try to use this, ladies and gentlemen. This is our dev environment, and it will be deleted immediately. And the invitation email, you can set this to wherever, to like, for example, their personal mailbox or a mailbox that you've got set aside. So if Peter, for example, had a Gmail, it would go to PG. We'll just do this because we'll make sure it doesn't go out to anybody. And if you are that PG, I am so sorry. You have no idea what's coming your way. But it'll go ahead and send an email to that inbox. And the email is going to contain a sync code. It's basically a welcome email, and it's going to include a sync code. So when that person downloads the Telios client onto their machine, they go to log in, there's a way to go ahead and sync the account to their machine. I'll show you exactly how that looks. So we're going to go ahead and send the invitation to Mr. Griffin. So it'll see we've got a business plan. It's all verified. Peter Griffin is now part of our org or part of our domain. It's a mailbox under there. So let's go ahead and sign out. And we don't need this anymore. This should be good to go. And while we're on pause, because I do need to go find the sync code real quick. So on our dev environment, we don't exactly send emails. However, the email will come in and it will provide a code. So you'll see normally this will be completely empty for a new mailbox or somebody who's just downloaded the app. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and sync and recover. And you're going to go ahead and use recovery email to gain back access. Nope, we don't want to use the recovery email. We want to go ahead and account settings. I'm logged in on another device. So this is where we're going to go ahead and enter that sync code that comes into your mailbox. So make sure that the person or yourself provide an accurate mailbox that they can access immediately. So this is the code that was sent over to activate that mailbox. And we're going to go ahead and bring in that password that we set. So if you're an administrator or the owner of the domain, you're the one that's going to be providing the password for them. And you'll see it was that long string of characters. And we're going to go ahead and initiate the sync. And what this is doing is that it's bringing down the account to the local machine. So you see that I went to go select the mailbox, and there I am. pg12 at hyperadelivery.com, and the client is exactly the same. You'll notice that when they go into account settings, they do not have the custom domains available to them. This is just for your admin or the owner of the main domain. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You have set up a custom domain. If you have a business plan, you have set up a claimable mailbox. Really quick, I'm going to go back to the main account. And for those of you who are on the ultimate plan, aren't looking to do claimable mailboxes, I'm going to show you exactly how it looks for your instance. So here we are back in the C domains. We're going to go into account settings, custom domains, and you're going to go ahead and just add, we're going to add a mailbox, and you're going to go ahead and create a sub account. And the same thing, you would add mailbox name here. So sub account, you give it a name. You say sub account, and then you can set a rando password if you see fit. And go ahead and add that mailbox. And what this will do is it's going to create a mailbox underneath it. So if you notice, this is cdomains at dev.telio, or in your case, it would be at telios.io. Now you're going to have one that is with your custom domain, subaccount at hyperadelivery.com. So you'll notice that it created the sub account at hyperadelivery.com. You can access it from within the main account, which is C domain. So if I clicked on here, it's going to go ahead and load the account. And all of a sudden, we are now in sub account at hyperadelivery.com. Here's another cool thing. If you register that sub account on your machine, let's say what I just did right now, I go to sign out, and I will show you exactly. Well, you can see I got a bunch of accounts, but there it is. I can access it directly. So you don't necessarily have to go into your main account. You go right into your custom domain account. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how to set up your custom domain, how to set up your claimable mailbox, and then also how to set up your mailbox from within your sub account for your custom domain. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a line on the support channel. We have our feedback site, and it is linked to the website itself. So I'll take you there real quickly. You go to Telios, expand this, and you go to feedback. You can send us any of your general inquiries right here if you're having any issues with custom domains. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and I thank you for being patient and walking through it. Send us any of your questions, and have fun using Telios, and have fun using the new custom domains functionality. Until the next time, Charles Rodriguez signing off.